What the heck is bridal Woodstock? What the heck is a moon season? Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Lemody and I'm here again with a short analysis. As of recording this video, 2 new trailers as well as a clip from Make Your Mark has either been released recently or is just released. But considering my experience and lack of skills in recording, it'll probably be a little while till this video actually comes out. You might even say 4 days later, but that's ridiculous, right? Right? So anyway, I want to talk about it because I see a lot of potential in G5 and I also see how they're missing some of that potential, but you know, Hasbro got their priorities and I have my own. I also want to talk about it because I want to make another analysis video because I also want to talk about G5. I'm probably going to do that on my channel, although you probably can't really tell right now because I only posted 2 videos. But that's enough rambling. Let's get into the trailer that's just been released. So the trailer begins with the ponies putting on some sort of festival called Bridal Woodstock. Apparently it's based on some sort of real-life festival. I think it's like the Woodstock Festival, and I've never heard of it, so it'd be really neat if we got a bit more exposition behind this festival. Like, is it an old tradition that's been revived? Can the Bridal Woodstock Festival be a way that unicorns used to come together through friendship? So, what else does this trailer have? First of all, I am so jealous of them. They get glow necklaces? And bracelets! I'm pretty impressed by the designs of this festival, although I have to say that minus points for Sparky existing in this trailer. You almost gave him no screen time, you were so close, Hasbro. In the trailer we get to see 3 bands, the Dreamlands, Electric Blue, and Ruby Jubilee. I can see that there are 3 Earth ponies for the Dreamlands, Pegasi for the Electric Blue, and then there's Ruby Jubilee, who is a Pegasus. I don't know why they chose this pink and purple design for her, because that's not really the colors that I think of when I hear Ruby Jubilee. I think of, well, the color of a ruby. As well, I like the accessories she has in her hair and the accessories she has overall, but her hair is kind of like in this curly style that I think we've seen on a lot of ponies already, like Background Ponies and Misty. Not that they haven't done that in G4, because like, oh boy, they did do that in G4 a lot. As well, we are getting a new voice actor for this new pony called Sophia Wiley. You might know her for a role in High School Musical, the musical, the series, and The School for Good and Evil. She had quite a lot of live action roles, so it would be interesting to see how that plays out voice acting and doing a series like this. One of the full songs, Iconic, has been released onto YouTube and it's about 2 minutes long, so either they'll use the full 2 minutes in the episode or cut it down to 1 minute. I'm not really impressed by the look of these attractions. It really just looks like they just slapped a bunch of plastic playsets on a setting and called it a day. G4 had some pretty obvious toy sale locations like Twilight's Castle, but they made it work and actually had the character comment on like how large it was or how over the top it was. When it came into the show, it did look a little off, but it still fit into the Equestria world. I can't say the same thing about the festival here. The animation is, okay. You can see there's a lack of textures in some scenes, and Jazz still doesn't have any ears. The colors are overly saturated. They didn't really ever try to tone it down. The objects that are supposed to have a glowing effect don't really look like they have a glow effect. They more look like someone took an object at daytime and then just slapped that PNG onto like a nighttime scene. The glow effects look less like a bright glow and more like a colorful saturated haze. I find it a little random that they keep showing Sunny powering up into an alicorn form for absolutely no reason. And what was that? It kind of looks like the animators completely forgot Sunny was wearing festival attire, as in the very same scene as she transformed into an alicorn, all of her festival attire all of a sudden disappeared. Nail polish on hooves. I just find that really cool. Next, we're going to talk about this short clip in Make Your Mark that was released. So even though we don't know how long a moon season is yet, I have to say that the Luma Bloom does look very pretty. So there's a lot to unpack in these trailers and clips, but one thing especially caught my eye. These weird flying blue bugs around these flowers, as we see Zip identify. Hold on. No, that's not Paraspect. Twittermites? Really? Seriously? I know that Twittermites only appeared in 1 episode in Apple Bloom's Dreams, so it could just be a figment of her imagination, but they look so similar. I'm gonna pull up an image of Twittermites. This is how similar they look to whatever these things are. First of all, you can see there's a very similar color going on here between the Twittermites and whatever these bugs are. The back or the tail of the Twittermites have a very similar glow to the bugs we see in G5. And sadly, even with Zip's magnifying glass, we cannot really see these bugs' faces up close, so there's no real way of telling. Though if you look at the center, you can see a darker blue, similar to how these Twittermites have a darker blue for their center. Now that I think about it, these Twittermites' power is electricity. They electrify anything they come into contact with. What if this whole thing isn't just a natural phenomenon? What if these little electric bugs have something to do with it? Since magic obviously works in their world different than ours, it would be interesting if these Twittermites worked to power these flowers to make them glow. Perhaps these Twittermites come out only 1 week every moon season. Thus, they help make the flowers glow. It's not the best explanation, and I doubt that's actually what they're doing, but it would be way better than things happen because magic. So in total, Hasbro released 2 trailers around the same time. They both feature some similar footage, but also some different footage. So now let's go on to the second trailer featuring Sophia Wiley. So basically the ponies decide to capitalize on the Lumabloom, something that happens once every moon season. And the way they do that is by throwing a giant festival featuring Ruby Jubilee, who is apparently the main attraction of this performance. So I already commented on the character design, but something interesting is that they actually showed a clip of 3 designs that are finalized for Ruby Jubilee. I kinda like better the one on the left, but that's just my opinion. It's really neat the clips they're showing here of behind the scenes in the voice studio, and I'd say they make a pretty good addition to the cast. Judging by the song she's singing in this clip, I can tell that the vocals really do improve the overall bland lyrics. I find it interesting that this is the second time Hasbro chose another voice actor related to High School Musical. Sparky, I see you there trying to be cute. It's not working. The trailer's neat. I can see a lot of interesting potential with this new direction they're going for. And if I had to predict the episode, chances are it's gonna start out with Izzy introducing the Lumabloom to her friends, and then later they decide to put on this big festival. They have some hiccups along the way, but basically everything goes as they wanted. Once the festival happens, I'm guessing we'll get to see some pony fans perform. They'll probably be cut short because we gotta leave room for Ruby Jubilee. Maybe something happens for the climax, like Ruby gets stage fright and so she can't perform even though she's the main attraction, and so then the main 5 have to come up with a plan to give her more confidence, and then at the end, Pip decides to come on and sing with her. Opaline and Misty will probably make an appearance because we've seen that through the synopsis of Chapter 4, as well as this new BRIDLEWOODSTOCK toy line that Hasbro has released recently. Things are great. Sparky is just as obnoxious as ever. The end. It would be great if we got a moral similar to the Best Night Ever episode, where Pip plans a lot of the festival because it means a lot to her and she loves planning these sort of things. Maybe there's a shortage of supplies, or maybe the festival isn't getting enough attention, and that brings Pip's spirit down as she realizes that this festival isn't gonna work out. At least it won't work out the way that she wants, but maybe it'll still work out in an unexpected way. Things aren't always the way you plan them. Things aren't always the way you want them to be, and they're not gonna be perfect. But that's perfectly okay, because at the end, sometimes we get so wrapped up in what things can be that we forget what's already there. So yeah, all these trailers and clips are definitely a lot to unpack, and I'm kind of surprised that they actually released 2 trailers right after they released a clip not too long ago. But I'll admit, these episodes have got me intrigued, so let's see where this goes. That's it for my new analysis video. What do you guys think about this new trailer? Am I being too harsh on G5? Will Jazz ever grow her ears back? Only time will tell.